Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of On Our Minds podcast. Yippee. So it's been a week. There's been a lot that happened this week. There's only two main things for me that happened this week. Actually, you know what? There's actually a little bit that happened this week, and I'm very excited to talk about this week. So, as this week went on, it's just the feeling that sunk in that, like, oh my goodness, after this week, there's literally like no more school left. That's it. This is it. This is for all the marbles. These last 4 days. For starting school tomorrow, since today's a Sunday, guys, at 7:11 p.m. by the way, June 9th, 2024. Last Friday was our last Friday for school. There's not even a Friday this week. So, yeah, no, it's kind of sad how, like, God, like, I don't know, like, it's not sinking in enough, but it's sinking in more and more and more. That, like, at one point, it's gonna be summer and I don't have to go back to high school anymore. And I don't know if I should feel, oh my gosh, I'm so happy, no more high school, oh my gosh. Or if I should feel really sad. Or if I should feel, damn, that was, what is there to do next, you know what I mean? But, you know, as we can see here, it's kind of quiet today because we have someone here who is not present. And that is Varun. Also, if you're watching the video version, he is not actually dead. He is actually at Washington D.C. He's doing some, like, business project or something like that. Like, they did really good at our school or something. He and his group did really good at our school, and then they're, like, going for another competition or something in Washington D.C. So we wish the best of luck to Varun and his adventures out there. But besides that, yeah, no, it's gonna be just another. This is probably gonna be the last episode where it's just gonna be me. I thought the other one. Let me actually check. This was, I think it was, death from APs or something like that, from AP testing. Death from AP testing. Yes. So number 36. That's actually not too long ago. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, like 3 episodes. And then, oh yeah, wow, it's number 40. Oh my gosh, it's number 40. So, I think me and Varun are all already discussed this. We're gonna keep going until graduation. So there might not be much to talk about, or we might decide like, oh, you know what, we'll build up all these last 2 weeks into one big episode, like maybe after graduation. So graduation is in 3 weeks from now. So June 30th, guys. Today's June 9th. So, like, when summer starts, we're gonna have 2 weeks before graduation. So I'm like thinking, like, you know, I don't think we're gonna see each other like spontaneously every day. There's not gonna be a lot to talk about when summer starts. So I don't know. Who knows? There might be. I mean, my birthday's coming up, so we don't know. I'm not sure. But one of these days, we'll figure out how many episodes we're gonna end off with, because that means technically this episode is our last episode during the school year. Oh, that sucks. That means, and Varun's not here too. Oh, that's so sad. It's okay. We'll get his thoughts after this week. Anyways, we got a lot of stuff going on this week as well. I'm pretty sure we're gonna go back to the beach. I think there's gonna be a senior sunrise. We got our senior barbecue. And I don't know. I guess there's gonna be some graduation parties, I'm assuming. Maybe this week. I don't think so. But I guess just the hype and the sadness that this is our last week of school. And I don't know how fast school's gonna go for these last 4 days. This school year, guys, it's just been going too fast. Like, I remember beginning this podcast, and I was like, dude, I told everyone, I'm like, dude, 40 episodes is a long time. We're gonna have a lot of guests. We're gonna have a lot to talk about. We're gonna constantly cry on the podcast about the shit that we went through. But honestly, like half of that stuff didn't happen, and it went too quick. So, and like we like bullshitted some of these episodes. Like we were just not feeling some of these episodes. I think like the episodes we felt like we were feeling good about the most is like the ones with guests in it. Like with Jada, for example, like that was 2 hours long for no reason. It wasn't supposed to be 2 hours long. Like all the ones that have guests in it, they go usually more than an hour. So I guess there's just a lot to talk about when you have more guests, but that's okay. You know, it's just I don't know. I mean, I guess I could start talking about this week. Like this week was crazy. Well, yeah, it was crazy for the most part. Like Monday, fudge. I'm already forgetting what happened Monday. Okay, Monday was a school day, and that's weird because the next day on Tuesday we were off and we had prom that day. So I don't really exactly remember what happened that day. I just know that it was just like it just felt like a BS day. Like no one wanted to lock in. Everyone was thinking about tomorrow, prom. They were all thinking about prom. So I think that day just went by too quick. Like no one did anything. I don't think we did anything special that day. But Tuesday, I woke up. I didn't have any plans because I didn't have a date. So I was just like thinking about prom the whole day. There's no pre-prom for me. I wasn't invited to any pre-proms because I'm not like that known or that outgoing enough to be invited to one of those things. Or I don't know enough people that could potentially get me to one of those things. So usually pre-prom, well, I mean, you could get pre-prom for pictures and stuff, but usually that happens for dates. I mean, it could be just for like with friends meet up and they all take pictures, but that's what I think when it comes to pre-prom. Actually, I was invited to one pre-prom actually. It wasn't really a pre-prom. It was just like a get together, hang out friends kind of situation. But I didn't go because I had to drop someone off. That was my boy Samir. I'm not saying you did something bad, Samir. I'm just saying like I didn't go because I love you, Samir. I love you. But yeah, no, it's fine. Like I still they're the same people that I sat with at my table, or like most of them at least. So I still saw them. It didn't matter too much. But the whole day it was just more like, oh, I'm just waiting the whole day, and it finally came. And like I didn't even start getting ready until like 5 p.m. or like 5:30 p.m. just before like I had to leave at 6 because you know, it's gotten so bad that I'm like so lazy. Like I literally right after this podcast I have to study for this calculus final tomorrow, by the way. And I have this like comp sci project that's due on Tuesday, and I have not done both of those things. Yeah. This is why senioritis sucks, bro. I don't want to study, but I sort of have to because it's gonna count as a grade. It's like, I don't know if it works different for anyone else in the world, but at least for myself, I know that a final test counts as a whole mark and period grade, which is crazy. So I have to do decent enough. I can't just like bomb the whole fucking test. Or the project either. The project, that's just simple. I'm just lazy. The test though is a question mark. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do about that. I guess I'm gonna study a little bit after, but knowing me, I probably won't study too much. So I'm just gonna wing it, maybe. Oh, I don't want to do it. Oh, Varun texted me. Fuck, I forgot about pod. It's okay. My boy's in Washington right now, so Varun, it's okay. Don't worry about it. The only thing that you're missing out is that it's technically our last episode. Well, it is our last episode before of the school year. Yes. So you're missing out a little bit, but it's okay. Have fun at Washington D.C. But yeah, no. Prom came, and honestly, like, I collectively agree with my after prom group that we talked about, because I actually was invited. My boy Varun got me in. I love Varun. He got me into a after prom, so I'm really happy that I went to an after prom. So, But before that, I just collectively agree with the people I was with that we all collectively agreed that prom, our prom was like, it was aight. It was aight. I feel like it didn't have that same kind of hype that I had in junior year. Like junior year, for some reason, like I was so much more like hyped and more excited in junior prom rather than senior prom. Something about senior prom I don't know. It just felt like, yeah, it was fun and all, but it just didn't like hit different. Like I feel like proms are supposed to like be that memorable, like you will never forget it. You'll never forget that night type shit, you know what I mean? But it's like something like if I look back I'm like, "Oh yeah, I remember going to prom. That was fun." That's it. That's literally it. I wouldn't be like, "Oh my god, I remember doing this and doing that. We were dancing all night." No, it was like it was alright. But I still had fun though. I still made the most of it. The only complaints I had about prom is that although the venue was way nicer than junior prom last year, the dance floor was really, really narrow. Like if you're putting like over 200 students on a dance floor, it's just like, all right, so you got tables on the sides, so you got tables on two sides, and then you got the dance floor in the middle. It's just a fucking rectangle. It's just a long rectangle. And that's not really ideal. I'm gonna be honest. Like there's like no space. I swear to God, I was getting squished again. Like during prom, I was sweating my ass off and I was getting squished by everyone. So that was I mean, I feel like that's like every prom. Like no matter what situation you're in, you're always gonna get squished or start sweating like crazy because it's hot as balls for whatever reason. But nah, it was just I mean I guess like I mean it did happen in junior prom, but I don't know, like it just seemed way more smaller than junior prom's dance floor. Also, the food there was so mid. The food was actually the most mid food I've ever had. I even think that the buffet style food that I had in junior prom was actually way better than this senior prom. Because in my opinion, I didn't really like Russo's on the Bay. I actually went there twice, which I will explain in a second because I literally went to another party yesterday that was at Russo's at the Bay. And oh my god, the food, like, I mean, it's good enough where I'll eat it because like it's like I've tasted it before. Like it's definitely like it's like food that it's just food. It's just food. I don't know how to explain it. But like when you think of like a nice like prom or like wedding venue, you expect like good food, like actual good 5-star food. But that was not 5-star. I don't even think that was a 4-star. Maybe a borderline 3-star, but it was aight. It was not great. Okay, so to be honest, in prom, I had this chicken parmesan, right? That shit was ass. That was the most ass thing I've ever ate. I don't know why I got that. But then, you know what? I'll explain it later because it'll just be more organized if I explain it later. But I got chicken parm, and that did not taste so good at all. The chicken did not. It just the chicken. Oh god, I don't even want to describe the chicken. It's not like it's like vile to the point where like, oh my god, you can't eat this. You can eat it, but you feel like you're gonna throw up if you're eating it. If you're gonna eat it, it's just like it had this like. I don't even want to describe it. Like, I don't want to describe it. It's just like the chicken was just not good. I'll just say that. I don't want to like make it sound gross and gross myself out in the future listening to this. But yeah, no, it was just I didn't like the chicken parm. Like, and you know, and they also didn't. I feel like I didn't get enough food there too. Like, I thought I was gonna get a lot of food, but I did not. So when you first get like, or I mean, to be fair, like. How it worked when you go into prom, right? So you go there. At first, they tell you like, oh, if you want to take pictures, take it over here. Once you come in, you can't come out. I'm like, okay. Well, I didn't take any pictures because I was like, I don't want to go into like. There's like a lot of people there, so I was like, there's no way I'm gonna take any good pictures in there. So I was like, me and Samir were like, oh yeah, you know what? Screw it. Let's just go in. So we went in there, and they put us in a lobby. That's what they first did. They had drinks. They had a little bit of appetizers. It was pretty lit. It was pretty good. The appetizers were alright. They were okay. But I was thinking more about those entrees, so I didn't eat too much. That's why. But as soon as like everyone was here and everything was ready, they brought us into the room. And it was nice. Like, it was beautiful. Like, everything was decorated nicely. It was actually more organized than I'll tell you, senior prom was way more organized than junior prom. I'll tell you that right now. That was so much better than junior prom. Junior prom was such a mess in terms of organization. But I got to my table. I saw my mates. We all sat down. And we were just getting ready to start dancing. But when you sat at the table, they had like these salads, and knowing me, I don't need salad. I just can't. And I think it was a Caesar salad too, but I was like, nah, I don't want to eat any of that, so I didn't eat it. Then they took my plate away, and then they gave us a plate of pasta, and that pasta is alright. It was okay as well. It was alright. It wasn't like anything like, oh my god, this is like the best pasta I've ever tasted. It wasn't anything like that. But it was like, yeah, it was like starting to make me more hungry because I wanted more food. They barely gave me any pasta too, dude. Like, there was like, it was like probably like, if I could count, like I could count the amount of pieces in there if I remember. There's probably like 25 pieces of pasta in there. So I didn't get too much. And then when that finished, we started dancing. And then after dancing, they sat us down to eat our entree. Then when I got my chicken parm, I still ate it. It just wasn't good. And then after that was done, we went dancing. And then after dancing, they make us sit down again for some raffle, and that I didn't even know about. And I didn't win anything from the raffle. So, oh well. It was 5 AirPods and there was 3 Beats, but I would have much rather get the AirPods than the Beats if I wanted any of those. But it's okay. But yeah, no, then I think they did some more partying, and then they opened up the sweets. But that's the thing, like, I only got, like, appetizers, then I got, like, 2 starters, one of it that I didn't eat, and one of it I did eat, and then I got my entree, and that's it. And then they only give sweets after. I'm like, oh, I was expecting more food, I'm not gonna even lie to you guys. Because in junior prom, you can keep going back for as much food as you want, because it's a buffet. They just have it. So like, yeah, that's like nice. Like, if I wanted more food, I could just always go back for it, but it's just only one entree and that's it. And plus, like, the entree, like, so they give you chicken parm or like whatever other like entree you'd like, right? The only side they give is it looks like I don't even know what it is. It looks like a mozzarella stick. It tastes like a mozzarella stick, but it's actually called a risotto ball. So I don't know. I don't know what that's about, but it's called a risotto ball. So yeah, and they give that and a couple of like, I think those were spices, or was it like vegetables? I don't know, but that's it. That's literally it. That's all you get on your plate. Your entree, a risotto ball, and a couple of vegetables. That's all you get. Hold on. Sorry. I'm eating a pretzel. It's really good, guys. Sorry. Yep, I'm almost done. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. I will not eat any more pretzels because I just realized how long that takes. But I think I think I'm like criticizing this like prom too much, but like it's just like I want to explain as much detail as I can, so when I look back on this, I will exactly know what I'm talking about. Because I think my future self will agree, like, oh my god, you're right. Like, this shit was kind of ass, but you still made the best of it. So, yeah. I was also a bit annoyed, like, how they constantly sat us. How the DJ constantly told us how, like, you have to sit back down or whatever. Like, I just want to keep dancing. Like, sometimes I'm really in the mood where I just keep dancing and dancing and dancing. And I did dance a lot, by the way. I'm not one of those people that just sat down the whole time. I was feeling hype. I was dancing with the boys and everything, so it was great. But yeah, no. Oh, also the DJ was ass. Like, he did play some good songs, but like it was just like, I think it was just like how he like cut off some parts, some good parts in some songs, and like the song choice that he did play. I feel like there at some points there was like some songs that no one had any idea what the song was, and they were just sort of just like everyone was just like, you know, sort of vibing but not really getting into it. So I think the DJ could have been better, but it was solid. We got into it. I will say Junior Prom's DJ was better. I do remember Junior Prom. Junior Prom was, for some reason I could remember Junior Prom very well, but anything else in life I can't. So I don't know why. I really liked the music, so yeah, no. But that was basically it. I mean, I did take a couple photos with my amigos. Where's my phone? I have my phone right here. Yeah, I'm just looking just to look. I'm not showing you guys. I mean, not. I mean, Spotify listeners can't even listen to this or can't see it anyways. But yeah, no, I got a few selfies. We got some few funny moments. We were chilling at our tables. I was sitting right next to my boy Sean Ramdam and Jason Wang. So they're cool. But I had a great time. I had a good time for what it was, so it was great. Also, after prom happened, so it was like around, I would say like maybe 11 when I left. It was 11 when I left prom. And at that point, everyone was leaving too, because like everyone had after prom plans, or most people did. And like people weren't feeling the dancing anymore. Like people weren't feeling it anymore. So it was like, that was crazy. But yeah, no, I got home at like 11:30. I was rushing because I was told the bus would leave at, no, I didn't get home at 11:30. I go home at like 11:20. And then I was rushing because I was like, damn, I know it only takes 5 minutes to get to someone's house, but I don't want to miss that bus. So, whatchamacallit? Shoot. Yeah, no, I was rushing. So I was like, I was actually decided to take a shower because like I was like sweating. I just also hate, this is just a personal thing, but like when you're in a big crowd of people dancing, you can feel everyone's body heat, and it's so disgusting, and it makes me so sweaty, and I'm like, I could sometimes physically feel it if I'm not into the music, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh my god, it was not comfortable, but it was so fun. It made it fun still. Everyone was making mosh pits. I saw someone carried someone once and they got in trouble by Mr. Descala and Miss Katz. Like, I don't know why they're so against that. I think that just what makes dancing parties much better. So party poopers, but it's okay. We still had fun. I hope everyone had fun. Yeah, no. I got my paper. I changed not into prom attire because it was supposed to be something more casual. And I was on my way. I got there and I looked out and there was like only a couple people there. I was like, wait a minute, where is everyone? Everyone is not here. So I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, everyone's like rushing, everyone's getting ready. I'm like, damn, I thought the bus was gonna leave them or something, right? But no, everyone got here eventually. So the bus didn't even come until like 11:50. So it only came like 10 minutes later than the actual time I was supposed to be there. So I guess I rushed at the end of the day. I rushed for no reason, but I got on the party bus and I was like, I looked at the party bus and I was like, I remember like, oh my goodness, I remember being in a party bus like this in 10th grade, because it was a similar looking party bus to to a birthday party that I was at that involved with the party bus. So I was like, yeah, no, this is nothing new. It's like the same thing that I've seen before, except there's like a little less than. Actually, I'm just gonna shut up. But yeah, no, it was nice. It was just like I could definitely tell like some people were getting into it, like the people that were at this after prom. But keep in mind, this is like already like 12 a.m. Like people are tired from prom, but they're still like, you know, trying to enjoy themselves. So yeah, no, like we went all the way from New Hyde Park all the way to the city in this pier that I forgot. Was it Pier 65? I forgot what it was called, but it was some pier at the city. And it was really nice because, you know why? We got there at around 1 a.m. Like, I didn't realize it took an hour for us to get to the pier. So we were just in the party bus vibing to everything and just dancing. I was like starting to do pull-ups and did some monkey stuff on the bars. Those like hanging bars that when you like dance and stuff in the party bus. I'm so sad that they also took they took out those dancing poles that they had. Like in some party buses they have poles that you could like wait poles for those kind of purposes, I guess you could say. I mean, I was thinking like in terms of like wait, pole dancing. Hold on. Wait, I think I understand why they took it out. But nah, like I know some tricks that you could like do on the poles that like it's just really cool that I just learned one day. But nah, it's just I now that I think about it, I could see why they took they took out those straight poles or whatever the hell those are called, dancing poles, I guess. But yeah, no, I was just climbing on those like bars like a monkey, so that was pretty cool. I was doing pull-ups and shit. That was what I was doing. Like I was doing that the whole time, and it was fun. They played. I mean, obviously this is a custom playlist, so they play whatever. So I was just dancing to whatever music that they were playing. Eventually we got there though, and we were at the pier, and it was very nice because it's very empty, very quiet, no one's around, and some of the people from the party bus were getting a little freaky. Not the freaky that I'm thinking of or what anyone else would be thinking of. It's just like they were getting a little bit. Shit, how do I phrase it without like making it sound like it is what it is? You know what? I'll leave it to your imagination. They were getting a little freaky, but not the freaky, not like that. It's just freaky in a different way. So, yeah, no. There were some people that were like that. So it was just like we were all taking pictures and stuff, and then everyone was told actually that, oh, you guys can do whatever you want, you can go wherever you want, just be back at 2:40 a.m. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought we were gonna be at the venue. Because I was told that we were gonna be at the venue. I didn't know we were gonna just be splitting up and just go wherever the hell we want. And thank God that I had some friends that were there. Because I didn't know what I'd do if I had no friends on, or like no one else I knew on that party bus besides like Varun, for example. Because Varun was part of it, and he's the main guy who like got me in there. So if Varun was the only guy that I know there, where would I even go, bro? I would be so scared. I don't know where I'd go, and I don't know who I'd stick with. So I had my boy Bright, my boy Varun, and Linda. Linda was there. So we were all sticking together. And honestly, they were feeling the munchies. They got the little munchies, so they were hungry. So, well, before I get to that, like we all took our photos and blah 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 blah, and then we got told like, oh, split up, do whatever you want. So I was looking around. I was like, wow, what should we do? I was like, you guys just want to walk around? And then they were like, yeah, let's walk around. And I already see Varun. I see Varun and his date walking off. I see Jada, Michelle. Yeah, like Jada's friend, and her friend's date walking off. I'm like, damn, they're all leaving us. So I guess I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just stay with Bright Melvin and Linda. So yeah, we were sticking together, and we started to walk around. We had no idea where we were going, but then we're like, then they started feeling the much. She's like, yo, can we go to a cafe? I'm like, yeah, sure, you know, I'm down for anything, to be honest. I was just like so excited. Like I felt so free being in the city at 1:30 a.m. in the morning with no one around, and it's just like, wow. Oh, and my computer just turned off, guys. It's just, this always happens every time I talk by myself. But yeah, no, it was just quite a nice time. It was just like there's literally, it's so calming. So like when you go from like prom that's like so loud with all the speakers and shit to something in the city that's like so quiet, like that's such a vibe. Like I actually like that. I wish I could do that more often, to be honest. Like I want to go to the city more at like 1 a.m. in the morning, because that's such a vibe. Like that is actually so fun to go like dead in the morning, because there's like nothing, there's no one like around, and it's very quiet. I like it. I like going to the city when it's quiet. So we just decided to like after just after wandering around for a bit for no reason, we're like, let's go get food. So I'm like, okay. They're like, oh, there's a cafe over here. Let's walk down all the way to the cafe. Anyways, we have to go use the bathroom. I'm like, okay, sure, why not? So we all walked down to that cafe, and honestly, like the cafe was very nice. It felt very cozy inside. So 24-hour cafes, I appreciate you. 24-hour cafes are pretty nice. They're such a vibe. But we went inside. We got sat down. And yeah, no, we were just looking for some food. And honestly, I'll show y'all a picture of like what food I got, by the way, and I'll just describe for those who don't see it. So okay, wait, I don't know if my camera can like see this. Yeah, okay, perfect. So like the waffle, I ordered a Belgian. Not gonna lie though, their prices were so expensive. So like I tried to order something that was like decently like not too expensive, because if I wanted to go for something like really good, it's over $20. And I know like saying that like over going over $20 is like that's not so expensive. Like, are you like broke or something? I'm like, I'm very considerate of like what I should be buying. Like, I don't want to buy something so impulsively and just buy it just because, oh my god, it looks so good, I want to eat it just because of that. So I sort of like consider how much I'm paying for some food. So and plus I wasn't that hungry. I mean, I did wanted more food, but I didn't want to eat too much. So yeah, I decided to go with a Belgian waffle. Honestly, even having a Belgian waffle with syrup in the morning, you guys should do that. I should go to IHOP in the morning. Oh my gosh, I haven't gone to IHOP in so long, and I want to eat some IHOP right now. So I Bright ordered some. Oh yeah, that's a chicken noodle soup. He got some homemade soup. That's an interesting choice of medium, or not medium. Interesting food choice for 1:30 a.m. in the morning, almost 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. actually. Linda ordered some like chicken tendies with onion ring. Like what she ordered actually looked really good. I should have ordered that. That actually looked really good. It was like chicken tenders, chicken wings, and onion rings on a plate. And that just looked really good. I actually wanted to eat some of that. And Melvin didn't order anything for whatever reason. Oh yeah, because he was gonna share with Linda, so it was pretty lit. But yeah, no, we were just sitting, chilling, vibing. We were talking about like random shit that happened. Like we started gossiping about random shit that I'd never heard about until that night. So that was actually pretty interesting. I like those kind of like talks where just like we talk about anything and talk about interesting stories. And I just hear about it sounds kind of weird saying like, oh, I like hearing other people's like life stories and like what's going on in their lives and stuff, but I don't know, I just find it interesting like to hear like what's going on with them and like what's up, you know? I'm not gonna say like what they're like, what we exactly talked about in those conversations, because they get kind of personal, or they're just like not meant to be talked about in this podcast. So it's not something we should talk about, or I should talk about. But yeah, no, I just like chilling like that. I like sometimes, for me personally, I like to go like I like to go in hype scenarios and like have a lot of energy and like use up a lot of energy, but sometimes I like to like relax, calm down, vibe, and just talk about things, you know? I like that too. I don't know what I like more though. I think I like, you know, calming down, relaxing, and just talking about life, you know? I just find that very, very fun for some reason. So I really enjoyed that after prom. Just because I hung out with these three people that night and we decided to go somewhere chill. That's why. But everyone else from that party bus, they're all doing their own thing. Either they had dates or they had friend groups. They were doing stuff. On the way back though, it was very quiet. I could tell everyone was dead. Everyone was dead. No one wanted to party anymore. So it was just everyone was just sitting down, very tired. Some of them were sleeping. I was like the only one that was awake, that was like fully awake. I could not go. I For some reason I was not tired. I don't know why. Maybe because of that waffle I ate, but I was not tired. So that was pretty lit. But yeah, no, we were just we were sort of messing with Varun a little bit because he was like, oh my god, Varun was getting a little rizzy and some dumb shit like that. So sorry, Varun, but it was funny. And I got like it was just a fun night. A fun night in terms of like, nah, fun night overall. It was a fun night overall. I don't know what I'm saying. That was a pretty fun night overall. So, you know, I won't have that kind of experience ever again. So I'm really glad that it happened. That I was able to, you know, wake up and just say, you know what, let's have some fun in senior year. So, yeah, no, that was pretty interesting. That was an interesting day. Wednesday, which is the same day at like 3 a.m. when I had that after prom, I didn't go to school because I was like, bro, I'm having those after prom blues. Like, I don't want to go to school. I'm very tired. I came home at 3 a.m. So I didn't go to school. And I didn't do anything that day either. I didn't do anything that day. I was like so tired. I didn't wake up until like 2 p.m. Oh my god. I said I wasn't tired, but when I fell asleep, I did not wake up until 2 p.m. I don't know why I don't know why I never wake up at 2. The latest I would always wake up is like 11 a.m. That's like the latest I would always wake up. But that's my new record. 2 p.m. is crazy, bro. But yeah, no, I didn't do much because it was like already like the afternoon. I didn't know what to do. I didn't have any plans. And plus, like, for some reason my parents want me to go out. Alright, so before, a long time ago, they're like, you should go out more, you always stay inside, get off your computer, you know, that kind of dumb shit. But now that I'm like hanging out so much more, it's like the pure opposite. They don't want me to hang out so much anymore, and I don't understand that. I don't get why parents tell their kids like, you need to go outside and hang out more, and then when they actually do that, some parents are like, you're hanging out too much, stay inside. I'm like, that makes no sense. Like, I'm getting sick of sitting on this computer. I'm not chronically online anymore. I used to be because of COVID. That was because of COVID. When COVID ended, it started to drift away. I wasn't chronically online anymore. I was online a lot often, but I was not chronically online. So, yeah, no. I don't like sitting on this computer all day. I rarely go on my computer now. I go on my computer at least like 3 times a week. I don't go on it often, so or maybe I'm being stupid actually, cuz I know, well, maybe on weekends, cuz weekends I go on it a lot, but weekdays I never go on it. So yeah, no, after prom that happened, I think, yeah, I didn't do anything that day. Then Thursday came along, and oh, well, you know what? One thing to mention, like, that whole week, I was getting a lot of signatures. I was going to find, like, a lot of signatures. And looking for signatures, like, getting all the signatures that I've gotten so far, I realized, like, the close friends, the people that I am asking for signatures, like, that, like, I know really well, because they're my friends, they have a lot to say to me. Or they have something to say to me, like something meaningful. It's just not just like the random like, oh, good luck in college, have a good summer type of thing. So I'm really glad that, like, you know, I matter in people's lives. It makes me feel very happy that getting that sort of treatment where I get long messages, like, they have something to say about me, so I'm so happy to see that. I didn't read them yet either. When I first got my yearbook and I got my first signature, which was my boy Athene, because he was like literally the closest person in my class, but he's also my G. That's why I love Athene. I was like, I collectively decided, I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna read any of these signatures until the last day of school. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm on the last day of school, which is this Thursday. I'm gonna read every signature I've got, and I don't know if I'll tear up. I don't know, like, if I'm emotional like that, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, besides that, I just been doing that the whole week, and And last Thursday, besides school, because I don't think I was just like sort of, yeah, I was just sort of just running around for signatures and just like getting through it. Um, I did have my fire department drill, and I learned how to use a nozzle. Like how to actually use the hose, like when you put out fires and stuff. So, not gonna lie, guys, I understand how hard, like how much physical strength you need in this in the fire department. Like it is not fun. It's fun, but not fun at the same time. Like I gotta learn. Like doing it for the first time, I thought I was like gonna break my knees, cause like when there's a fire, obviously the smoke's all gonna be on the top. You have to stay low, so you have to be on your knees. And like it was just like, oh my god, my knees were hurting, my leg was hurting, my back was hurting. Like it was not fun. Like I had to do all 3 rolls. There's 3 rolls on a hose. You have a liner, or wait, I think it's called a liner. Then you have a backup, and then you have the I forgot the name. It's the person that like actually like handles the hose and like aims the water and shit. But you have a liner that basically just feeds the line, and they're usually further back from the front of the hose, but they just feed the line in case like, you know, it gets tangled up or something, or they need more hose. The backup, oh, and my parents are home, so it's time to turn on the lights, guys. So I might even have to do a cut because my dad might be looking for me. But I did all 3 rolls. So I started with the liner, and then the backup, and then I did the hose, or the main part where you would just like shoot all the water. So the backup is basically just, they're sort of like, think of it like an anchor, because like when you use a hose, right, or like some kind of fire hose, there's like a lot of pressure when water comes out of the hose, so like you get pushed back. But that's why you have the backup, and the backup is supposed to be the anchor. And when you're the anchor, oh my god, I could feel it. If the guy in front of me loses control, I'm gonna be flying all over the place. So I had to hold my ground. So they have to like lean against the person actually using the hose, and like stand the ground, so they don't get pushed back. And that was a really hard job, but I still did it somehow. And then the actual hose guy, they're handling the hose, and when you're actually right at near the nozzle, it's like you could feel the pressure pushing you back. So it was like not fun. I had the least fun doing the actual water, because I'm not, like, look at me, like my body type is very lightweight, so I'm not very used to that. But you know, I still got through it, and it was a fun night. I had pizza after. I was very tired though, I'm not gonna lie. I was so sweaty too. Oh my gosh, being in those fire suits in the summer is not gonna be fun, but we'll thug it out. We'll see what happens. But yeah, no, that was Thursday. Friday was a day where I felt like, oh my gosh, wow, it's gonna be our last Friday of our school year ever, my high school career. So I just treat it like any other Friday, just not doing anything. Well, I did an English test, and I did not study for, by the way. But I think I got like close to like a 95 to 100 on that for whatever reason, because it was like really easy. So I'm not worried about that. But yeah, no, what was more important about that day was just a party. You know, I'm not gonna, I shouldn't talk too much about it. I feel like I shouldn't. But I'm gonna do it because I don't care. And because I like to express a lot of information as much as possible. But, what happened? Okay, so I was put into this group chat last minute. Like, this was like a day before. It's not really last minute, that was like a day before. But the plan was like, I wasn't actually supposed to have any plans that day, just besides my weekly baseball thingy. Like, every Friday now, like every Friday since like 2 weeks ago, we started going to the field and just start pitching a lot. Pitching and catching and batting. Like, we have live AVs, so Bright pitches, I catch for him, and either someone hits off of him like Yakub, or Bright just pitches to me. So yeah, no, it's just it's fun, but like that, the thing is that I was looking forward to that the whole day today, until I got added for this like party thing. At first I was like, I don't know if I should go, cause like there's people I don't know, and there's like I don't know, I don't know any of these people, but I was like, you know what, I'll go. So I asked my dad, right? And he's like, no, I don't want you going to both. You're very tired. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I'll just skip the baseball thing. So I mean, anyways, I had to do some yard work, so I had to cancel the baseball thing. And plus, on top of that, Bright has some issues with his with his fam, so he had to cancel too. So that day for baseball was just a bust. So we're going to continue it next week on Friday, the day that we're off, our first summer day. And then we're just gonna, go from there. Do it every single Friday. Just go to the field and just start throwing every single Friday. But just that day I skipped it. So, cause like my dad was just not happy how I didn't have enough energy that day for some reason. But I went to the party thing at like 6:50. It was like, it's actually probably like right on the dot 7, because I literally live that close to Jada's house. So I was there. I pulled up. I was the only one. It was like me and Fudge. Wait, who was there when I first got there? It was I think Varun was there. Or maybe he came a little bit later, cause I don't know if he was there before I got there or after I got there. It was definitely before. So I saw Varun. I was like, oh, what's up, Varun? I saw Jada, and then I saw her friends. I met her friends and everything. I was like, oh wow, they're actually pretty cool people. They were just getting ready for everyone to come in and just like start getting. You know what? We're gonna say. You know what? The code word's gonna be freaky. They're getting a little freaky. Not with each other. Like, okay, it's the same word that I've used for the party bus thing. So they're getting a little freaky, not like the freaky you guys are thinking, but freaky some way. And when everyone got there, I was like, wow, this is a pretty much a vibe. And it was like they someone tried to make me like try some of that freaky stuff, but I was like, yeah, I'm actually driving, so I can't really do that. So they're like, oh no, it's fine, don't worry about it. I'm like, okay, good. So I was like more like a babysitter, to be honest, in this like whole party. But that's okay. Like, it's fun seeing like people like do that. I was a bit uncomfortable, but at the same time, it's fun seeing it. Like, it's fun seeing it, like how they're like having fun. They're like crashing all over the place and all that dumb shit. So yeah, and eventually Bright actually pulled up, and I thought like, oh my god, I thought you still had fan problems, but I was like, yeah, no, he's just able to somehow come to the party. So I'm like, okay, cool. So there's probably like a good solid 15 of us in Jada's basement, and Jada's basement is very nice, by the way. Probably because it got renovated, but it's pretty nice there. But yeah, no, like people, I could tell like when people were done for, or they were just getting there. Varun was one of those examples. He was getting there. Bright did not do any of that because he had to drive, and he just didn't feel like doing any of that. He didn't feel safe doing it there. Jada, oh my gosh, she was done for. And all her other friends, they were starting to get there too. So yeah, no, I was like, dog, what is happening? I am not used to this at all. And like we even ran into like some situations that like me, Bright, and Jada's friend Jada's friend Omir had to handle. So yeah, cause like we were the only 3 people that were like, we were not gonna drink. Fudge, get freaky at all. Fudge, I think I spilled the beans here, guys. But yeah, no, it was it was a pretty fun night. It was. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, I didn't do any of that. I didn't do any of that, so I don't really know how to say like, wow, I definitely had a great time. But eventually, I left a little early, cause I was like, yeah, no, I sort of don't want to deal with that anymore. Like, it's fun and all, but I don't want to like do this my whole night. Like, I want to do something. I'd rather just go home and go on my computer or something. So when Bright was there, who I was not expecting, I was like, Bright, you actually just want to like go to my house and just like throw a ball a little bit? He's like, yeah, sure. So, but first we had to go to Bright's house to give some stuff to Linda, and then we go all the way back, get my stuff. He drops me off to my car, which I drive all the way back to my house, and he's like, oh wait, I have to do some stuff at my mom's house. So he goes all the way back to his house, and he has to do with the stuff, and then he comes all the way back to my house, and here we are. It was like probably like say maybe 10 p.m. 10 to 10:30 p.m. when he got to my house. And honestly, like that whole time we were just like throwing balls the whole time. We were just I taught him how to throw a blitz ball, and he really seemed he was really getting into that, so I'm really happy he got into that. And then we were throwing some baseballs. And I'm gonna be honest, guys, never ever throw a baseball at night unless you have like you're on those fields that have like those really high, like bright lights or whatever those are called. Doing it in the backyard, there was some instances I couldn't see the ball, and that made me really scared. But I'm still a good baseball player. I could definitely catch. So I'm not even a catcher, by the way, guys. I'm an outfielder. So yeah, no, like I found that much more fun than just, being there. I mean, I still had fun being there, but it's just like I found this outdoor sports more fun. So I was just we were just doing that for like 2 hours straight. And then he was like teaching me he was like showing me like his old pitching mechanics when he did in 8th grade, how he like fucked up his arm in 10th grade. His bullpen sessions with his like shitty mound that he made. And we called it a night from there. It was like 12:30 at that point, and that was like crazy. He was in my backyard since 12:30, which is a long ass time. And like I definitely learned like, wow, we could probably start playing blitzball now, because he actually really likes that. So I'm like really happy that he played some blitzball. And I was just like, it was just very happy. I was like very happy how that whole Friday went, because I was like expecting to just be home the whole time that Friday, but it turned into something great. So I'm really happy how it went. I don't know how Varun did though. Oh wait, I do know, but I'm not gonna say anything, because that's just if he wants to talk about it, or if not, next week maybe. But yeah, that's up to, I don't want to say anything on his behalf and just accidentally make a mistake and say something that I wasn't supposed to say for Varun. So we're not gonna do any of that. I hope I didn't spill too much about that party too, because there was some stuff going on during that party. I can vividly remember it, but we're not gonna say it. So it wasn't that bad. Nothing bad actually happened. It was just like, oh wow, this is like actually happening. Wow, I didn't expect this is the kind of party this would be. So yeah, it was pretty interesting. I definitely would love to, like, if I knew that I was allowed to do something like that, like I had a backup plan in case, like, like maybe like I'm able to stay at their house or something like that, then I would definitely do it. But I couldn't. And honestly, like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like, I'm kind of scared to do those kind of things. Like I don't know why, but I just am. And I want to do it, but at the same time, I'm like really scared at the same time too. So yeah, I don't know. It's just something that I just gotta figure out, like what I want to do with myself. So and then, oh my gosh, I'm not even done yet. My week's not even done yet. Then Saturday comes, and honestly, like, it was like a normal Saturday in the morning. I went to the gym. I think I just went to the gym. I went to the tailor. I went to a village cleaner, the cleaners, to tailor my pants. That's the correct phrasing. And And then I just chilled at home. I went into my pool a little bit. I threw a little bullpen session. I literally throw like a bullpen session for blitz balls and wiffle balls like every day now. I don't know why. It's just so fun doing that. But yeah, I was chilling in my pool for a bit, but I got scared because like my skin was feeling so hot. I thought like I was gonna get another sunburn. Cause I don't think I said this in the podcast ever, but during our senior skip day, I actually got sunburnt from the beach. So I'm like really scared to like I was like taking precautions. I was like putting like 2 layers of like sunscreen on, but I feel like it still wasn't doing enough. So I just sort of left the pool after like 30 minutes. And then the time came. It was like I got there like around 5, right? No one was even there. So I was like waiting. And then everyone pulled up. And then we left. And I thought we were going to be on a party bus, but I just got put into a like some kind of van that was part of the firehouse. So I was still with the boys, but I'm just saying, like, it was like I wasn't expecting that. I thought I was going to be in the bus. But yeah, no. We got there. Russo's on the Bay, by the way. This is Russo's on the Bay. So we're back at Russo's on the Bay, and we're in a different like party room this time. It's not like the same party room that I was in prom. This one was way bigger, I'll tell you that. The prom room that I was in was way bigger than the one. I mean, not the prom room. The venue room that I was in was way bigger than the one in prom, senior prom. So yeah, no, I had a lot. This time I had a lot more appetizers. Cause I was like, I knew from last time, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna get a very good entree, like a very filling entree. So I made sure to fill myself up, not too much with the appetizers. And honestly, some of those appetizers, like some of it was pretty good actually, and some of it was like okay, but it was still filling. And then I got sick of it eventually because I think I ate too much of it. But then they bring us to the prom venue or the prom room, and it was like very nice. Like there was like 24 tables. It looked way bigger than the one in prom. I was like, wow, that's crazy. There was so many people there. At first, it was like interesting because like they were like saying, oh, goodbye to you, chief. Oh, let's say hello to the new chief or something like that. And like, oh, these are your ex-chiefs, your lieutenants, your other officers, and all that important stuff. And they're saying they're like doing this like thingy-majig. Oh, and I activated my camera. Great. But yeah, no. Can I please zoom in? There we go. Yes. So, yeah, no, it was just it was definitely different. Like there was like, instead of kids my age, it was just actually like old people or like adults. So it was still kind of weird, but like I was sitting with my boys, so it was all good. My boy Albert, Chad, Athene, Anant, and his date, but I didn't really talk to her date or his date. And that was pretty much the group, right? I think that was pretty much the group. Yeah, that was pretty much the group. I also did see like some of my other like amigos from my classes, but they were part of different companies. Like my boy Cutter was there. Michael Dorr was there. I didn't even know Michael Dorr did it, but that's pretty cool. And yeah, no, like it just literally felt like the same like prom, except just the beginning was just like, oh yeah, these are your officers and all that stuff. But yeah, no, like when the same thing happened, yeah, you have a salad at first. It was a different salad this time, but I didn't even eat it. Then you got this different kind of pasta. I ate it, but it was mid. And then we had our entrees. This time, I knew better, and I did see a steak on there. I'm like, you know what? I'll get the steak this time. I got the steak. What they asked? Medium well. I asked for medium well because I wanted to try something different for once. I always get my steaks well done because of my parents. Like my parents always tell me, always get it well done. Well done is good. You don't want blood on that. So I was like, okay, but I decided to try it. Try it medium well. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It looked medium well at first, and then it started to become medium rare. So I was like, damn, bro, like that shit was still pretty good. It was actually like, I don't know, like, listen, I'm not a cook, or I'm not a chef, so I don't know what's considered overcooked or like, over seasoned, but damn, there was a lot of seasoning on that. I don't know if that was too much, but it made it taste better at least. that I had. It was pretty good. I wouldn't say like I'm not gonna say it's mid. That was actually pretty good. I actually really like that steak. Or maybe my expectations for food is just really low. But that was a pretty good steak. I really like that steak. And then the theme tells me like, bro, is this your steak? Like my steak looks well done. I'm like, I looked at it. That shit looked like it was well done. But that's not what I asked. I asked for medium well. So I was like, that might be mine. So like, yeah, they fucked up our orders. So I'm like, damn, I'm sorry. But he's like, yeah, no, that's not your fault. You're good. So we're good. Still, that was not filling. I was still like, I still had, I'm not hungry, but I had more room for food. That's how, bro, my camera keeps moving. That's how I'll say it. Like I still had room for more food, but I wasn't hungry. And I did feel like eating more food for some reason. So yeah. But still, I had a great time. Not a lot of people actually dance. Like there was like a lot of people, but like since they're like adults and sort of like a lot of old people too, they can't really dance. So they're just watching us youngins just dance, and some of the adults are getting cray cray too. Bro, my lieutenant was getting so crazy, it was so funny. Like that was so funny. They did this thing where like you put someone in a chair and they lift up the chair. Like you could actually do those things in that fire department like party. So I was like, damn, like this is actually more lit than freaking prom because of that reason. But yeah, no, like I had a great time. It was just like I got tired first. Okay, for some reason though, that party I got much more tired quickly than prom. I got much more tired like into it. There was like 30 minutes left of the party and I was like getting tired, or maybe an hour left. There was like an hour left and I was getting tired. So I don't know, for some reason I got tired. But still, I had a great time. It was a very, very fun night. Getting to know most of the people there. I mean, I don't know. I didn't know much people there besides the people besides my friends. So yeah, that was a pretty great night, and I think we get to hear Sunday. Sunday, it was a very regular day, and I have to upload this soon. So yeah, that was pretty much my week. Honestly, there was a lot to talk about. Like I put more details into my week this time, so it'll like kill time. So it sort of did. We're already at an hour and two. So I mean, I don't have much else to talk about. I mean, I just know that this week, oh man, this week's gonna make me so sad. I gotta get as much signatures as I can, as like at least with people like I decently know well. So I hope to do that soon. But yeah, no, I don't think I have anything else to talk about. It's just pretty much, oh, I mean, you can guys see, like, I don't know if y'all see, like, I have another haircut again. I mean, honestly, like, I'm pretty happy with, like, I'm pretty happy with the kind of haircut I got. I mean, it's not like a perm, and it looks kind of short still. Why is it? It's not focusing, guys. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there you go. Yes. But my hair got shorter. So, I mean, I don't know. It just looks good to me for some reason. So, whatever makes me happy. It looks kind of shit right now, but I swear, it looks so much better on some days. So, yeah, no. I hope to my future self that you don't regret anything this week. So, yeah. That's it. I got nothing else to say. So, I'll see myself and Varun, future selves. Oh, yeah. I'll see myself and Varun next week, but I will see my future selves. I hope my future self will see this. Actually, I will tell my future self this right now. A goal with no plan is just a wish. I hope you'll let that sink in, and that will do something for you in the future. So, yeah, no. I'll see myself later. And Varun, you got anything to say? No? Okay, yeah, alright. I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.